KZN's #1 for local news. This is East Coast Radio News Watch.
The KZN Parents Association has welcomed government's decision to move the start of the final matric exams forward by a few days.
It is allowing people an opportunity to exercise their democratic right.
On the other hand, the association's V. Gani says many students would have wanted the extra days to study. The Council of Education Ministers decided to move the start of the finals from November the 1st to the 27th of October so that it doesn't clash with the local government polls.
Those learners that obviously set themselves out to have a schedule and have a timetable and all of that, it would set them backwards a little bit. Look, it's been a very difficult, challenging year for matriculants both last year and this year, and it's a life-changing exam.
A KZN mother whose 19-year-old son was killed in Phoenix during the unrest says the constant trial postponements in his murder case have prolonged the trauma of losing her child.
I don't understand as to what's taking them so long. This is the child that I'm talking about, that I grew myself. I brought up myself as a single parent. I'm supposed to be healing, but instead I'm going up and down to court.
Nombusa Majola's son Mondli is one of more than 30 people who were murdered in the Phoenix area during the unrest in July. The 3 suspects who previously abandoned their bid for bail told the Verulam Magistrates Court yesterday that they want to go ahead with their application. A heartbroken Majola says her son should have been preparing to write his exams.
But instead, we are preparing for the court case. How does it work? How does any mother accept that? How do I the fact that I've buried my son? No, it's not fair. It's not fair. They killed my only son.
And Simone Biles says she blames the entire system for enabling disgraced former USA gymnastics team doctor Larry Nassar to sexually abuse her and other athletes. The 4-time Olympic champion has given emotional testimony to the US Senate, which is investigating shortcomings in the FBI's investigation. 58-year-old Nassar was sentenced to life in prison in 2018 after USA Gymnastics reported him to the FBI in 2015. He continued to work and abused at least 70 more women until a newspaper exposed him a year later. Biles hopes lessons will be learned.
I don't want another young gymnast, Olympic athlete, or any individual to experience the horror that I and hundreds of others have endured before, during, and continuing to this day in the wake of the Larry Nassar abuse.
That clip's courtesy of Sky News. A high of 18 degrees in Durban today, Richards Bay 20, Maritzburg 15.
And coming up in your sports, Springbok prop Trevor Nyakane has promised a better scrum performance against the Wallabies on Saturday. I can also just see here that the Wallabies have just named that team to play the Springboks, and wins for Liverpool, Man City and Real Madrid in the Champions League.